energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale of the tape. The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall with a reach of 216. And across the ring from him, Oleksandr Usyk, 6'3", and 198 centimeter reach.
I'll always go for reach every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed, nobody's gonna touch you. But someone that can get in close, that has the power to get up close and personal and break those ribs, get those shots into the body, you gotta look out for that.
The Gypsy King himself, Oleksandr Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
Look at this, these fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is second to none. If you get the right fights, you've got fun all night.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Nobody home with that hook. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. These two fighters are made for one another. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not letting the jab there. These two were made for each other. That left hook doesn't find its target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. Here we go for round 2. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighting. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Jab slightly off target. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Here we go in round 3. Who's gonna land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
They exchange punches. Both men step back for just a moment. Outlet. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to...
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. Okay. Good man.
You count that and you will win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let that come so far. Great.
Don't get many. Go back out there and win this round, all right? Only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
Back at it in round 4. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? They throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
2 days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
You cannot beat a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that hammer shot. That big hook doesn't land. Swing and a miss with that hook. Usyk!
He's got it.
Just one punch away from getting... Hold that thought! The big Ukrainian in big trouble. Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes! Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
There's an old saying, a good big one will always beat a good little one.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Failing to score with that right hook. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want that heavy fist. You'd like to see more jabs. There's a counter shot. Trying to land that jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. There's the bell for round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get caught in rhythms, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Stamina is off the charts. This heavyweight. Hold it right there. We've never seen Oleksandr Usyk hurt like this before. Despite what... Did you see that? Let's talk about Oleksandr. There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Usyk. Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Tyson Fury in serious trouble. I don't see how he's going to get out of this. Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Both men getting off the canvas in that incredible round.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
That was a terrible round, that was.
There's the bell to start round 8. Both fighters went to the canvas last round. What are we going to see here?
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
Usyk! And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What are they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Hold it right there. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. I thought we were going to see the finish there. Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. We've never seen Oleksandr Usyk hurt like this before. I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Another win, another unanimous decision.